with Season of the Seraph, there have been 50 yellow orb drone things hidden all around the game. And within the Seraph Shield mission, there's a door with a tracker for these orbs. Now, we don't know what is inside of this door, but we do know that this gets you a lot of triumphs. Also, only 38 of these orbs are actually available right now. There are 3 more that I have found that you can kind of cheese and get. We're not going to go over those in this video, but the other 12, so 38 you can get. There are 50 total, so the other 12 are in the Seraph Shield mission. You will be able to get these in future weeks as the unlocks in the Exo body become available. So if you're running around the new mission and you see these doors that are like security clearance needed, these are the rooms that you need grade to open, and a lot of these will probably have the yellow orbs for you to go in and destroy. Now, these orbs, they're all around the game. You can destroy them with Revision 0. There are 10 on the moon, 10 on Europa, 6 in each of the battlegrounds, and finally 12 in the Seraph Shield mission, which once again, you can't really get right now. So I'm gonna make a separate video next week or whenever going over all of those 12. But for right now, we'll go over the 38 yellow orbs you can go and destroy right now with Revision 0. So for the first set of orbs, we're going to start off on Europa. Go ahead and fly into Eventide Ruins, turn around and enter the building you spawn on top of. Next to the entrance for Bunker E15, you're going to find the first drone. The second drone is also in this area. Go up to the top right of Eventide Ruins near the entrance of the Deepstone Crypt. Make your way towards the little hatch and you will find the drone right off to the left. The third drone is actually going to be inside of the Bunker E15 Lost Sector. Make your way into the first very large room, and in the back right corner, there's going to be a little secret room tucked away, and that is going to have the third drone in it. Now you're going to make your way towards Cadmus Ridge on the left side of Europa. As you are sparrowing in from the center of Europa, you're going to see this drone kind of up on a hill right in front of you. Then make your way towards the left of Cadmus Ridge towards the Bray Exoscience building, and tucked in right next to the entrance, you're going to find the next drone. Then you're going to want to make your way inside of the Perdition Lost Sector, also in Cadmus Ridge, and in the very final room next to the chest, you're going to find the final drone for this area. Now you're going to want to make your way over to the right side of Europa in the Asterian Abyss. There's these Vex structures surrounding the left side of this area, and up on one of the structures, you're going to find the first orb in Asterian Abyss. Towards the top of Asterian Abyss, there's this just wide open snowy plain, and tucked in a tiny little crack or crevice, you're going to find the second Asterian Abyss orb. Then you're going to make your way inside of the concealed Void Lost Sector in this area, and in the giant room that is filled with Vex Milk, right off to the left, there's going to be a jumble of structures, and tucked right in the center is going to be this drone. And finally, for the 10th and final Europa drone, you're going to make your way to the Beyond area by the Exo Stranger. You're going to sparrow towards the Ziggurat, and right on top of this structure, you're going to find the 10th and final Europa drone. After this, we're going to make our way to find the 10 drones on the moon. So land in Sorrow's Harbor and make your way to the bottom right side towards some hive structures surrounding the area. There's just going to be a drone kind of flying off the edge here. And then you're going to make your way towards the top of the Sorrow's Harbor area, where you would start things like Pit of Heresy and the Scarlet Keep Strike. If you just look straight ahead, kind of out of the map, you're going to find the second moon drone right there. Then go into the Lost Sector in this area, K1 Revelation. Right after you kill the Shrieker, if you jump over to that platform and look to your left, you're going to find the third moon drone. Then make your way towards the Hellmouth, and right in the kind of main area of the Hellmouth, if you look right off to the right where I do, you're going to see the drone just kind of hovering over the abyss. And then if you make your way towards the crew quarter lost sector, also in the Hellmouth area, right before you enter the lost sector, there's going to be like a fallen tower thing. And on top of that is going to be the drone. Then make your way inside of the K1 crew quarter lost sector, and towards the end, right as you're walking up to fight the final boss, you're just going to see the drone just kind of chilling there on the walkway. Next, you're going to want to make your way to the left side of the moon on Archer's Line. There's this kind of like giant transit pipe system or whatever that spans the entire area. If you get on top of that and you go all the way to the left of Archer's Line, you're going to find that orb. Then enter the lost sector right below you, K1 Logistics, and in the boss room off to the right side, you're going to find the 8th orb for the moon. Then make your way over to the right side of the moon in the Anchor of Light, and right in front of Tanix's Catch, you're going to find the 9th moon orb just kind of floating there. And then if you go to the exact opposite side of Anchor of Light, you're going to see like this giant fallen structure, and on top of that, you're going to find the 10th and final moon orb. Now we're going to talk about the battlegrounds. Each of the 3 battlegrounds has 6 orbs, so we're just going to go through them in order. First off, we're going to start with the moon. Once you load in, you're going to be presented with the very first cryptolith you have to defend, and off to the right side, right on the hill overlooking the cryptolith, you're going to find the first moon orb. Then as you continue on through the battleground, there's going to be a slidey section, and this orb is very tricky. It's just in the middle of the slide, hidden behind some hive gunk, so make sure you slow down and take your time getting that. In the very next big room where you're deciding whether to go left towards the main objective, if you actually go off to the right, you're gonna find the 3rd moon battleground orb just hidden around the corner. Then continue on like you are supposed to as normal, and in 2 or 3 rooms, you're gonna get to this room with stairs. And right off to the right side, you're gonna see this kind of green area, and the 4th orb's gonna be kind of tucked away. Then continue on until you have to defend your ghost and open up the main area of, the Warmind or whatever. And right up on the ceiling, you're going to find the 5th orb. And then when you get to the room where you have to open the door that is, covered in hive runes, if you look off to the right, just floating over the abyss, tucked away in a corner, you're going to see the 6th orb. Now we're going to talk about the Europa Battleground. As you load in, make your way to the front of Bray Exoscience and turn around, and right up on the hill, you're going to see the first orb for this area. It's just kind of easier to go all the way to the entrance and turn around so the towers aren't spotting you. Then once you get into the area with the first cryptolith, tucked up in the top left of the ceiling, you're going to find the 2nd orb. Continue on with the battleground until you get to these really futuristic hallways, and on the first corner that you hit where you're supposed to turn left, you will find the 3rd orb tucked behind some boxes. Then in this giant room that you have to go through, on the left side underneath the pathway, you're going to find orb number 4. Then in the giant hallway where you can see things like the Annihilator Totem and another cryptolith and those sorts of things, hidden off to the left of the platform with the Annihilator Totem, you're going to find orb number 5. And the 6th and final Europa orb for this battleground can be found right in the Clovis Bray headroom. Right off to the right of that room, tucked away in a corner, you're going to find the 6th orb for this battleground. Then we're going to talk about the Mars Battleground orb. So first off, you're going to spawn in and you're going to be presented with points A, B, and C. A being on the right side by the Annihilator Totem, and once again, this orb is just going to be right next to this Annihilator Totem. But then on the other side of this arena, if you go between B and C, if you turn to your left, it's going to be where you used to go for things like the Will of Thousand Strike. But if you jump over this ledge and turn around, you're going to find the 2nd Mars Battleground orb. Then continue on with this area until you actually enter Bray Exoscience, and right in this building, like right as soon as you enter, if you look up, it's just kind of floating there on the ceiling. Continue on throughout this battleground until you get to the jump puzzle where there's kind of hive ships blocking Rasputin's tower's view. As soon as you hit the main Warmind platform, off to the right side, you're going to see the 4th orb just kind of floating there. Continue on, and then right before you get to this kind of, huge falling apart walkway you have to do, if you look up on the ceiling, you're going to see orb number 5. Continue on until once again you get to the door that is locked with hive runes. Turn around, walk out of this area, and right off to the left, you're going to see the 6th and final orb for the Mars Battleground. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Once again, make sure to subscribe with notifications on so you can get my video on the remaining 12 yellow orbs whenever they become available in the next couple of weeks. Thank you guys so much for watching today, and have a fantastic day.